trying to get a job was quite intense. I succeeded at like the tail end. But I also didn't have the pandemic like Veda had. So thank God for that, because I think it was like very different. And then folks probably graduating now. The economy is not the best. So, every year there's something, right? But I think it always turns out for the best. Like, because even if you do quote unquote make it, there are other challenges that you're going to face. For example, I did find a company to sponsor me, but I didn't get the H-1B, so I had to leave the country anyway. There are some things that are beyond your control, but you'll figure out that it'll be fine regardless. Like, I think leaving the country showed me that it's not the end all be all anyway. Like, you can succeed wherever you are, and I think I just needed that. So that was my journey. Maybe I just needed that like reality check that you can succeed anywhere. So I really love that. And yeah, now I work at Microsoft. I'm not in the same role that I started in when I graduated or when I interned. So I started as a sales operations program manager in the US subsidiary. And that was pretty much working on tools and processes to support our 7,000 sellers in the field. So working on a lot of exceptions for if they can't meet their quota, what happens? Like, do they get an exception and still get their bonus? Well, I was the person to usually say no. So that wasn't like the greatest role. Also, not my personality. Now I work in something way more my personality, marketing, the colors, the big frames. I feel like it speaks for itself. That's my vibe, and I lead Microsoft creator programs for events. That I created, and now I fund it through my team, not my own personal money, please. But what was once an idea is now a fully functioning program under new audience acquisitions for Microsoft. And then I also lead our internal events portfolio as a demand gen manager. So that's where those all fall under experiential marketing. And pretty much what experiential marketing is when you have fans, people who are obsessed with your brand, how do you bring them along the journey in the evolution of your brand? So when we think of evolution of your brand, like new products, like when you're announcing those, how do you get your fans super excited to go on that evolution with you? So right now we're at a turning point in AI, and you'll probably see Microsoft in the news a lot with GPT software. We do back OpenAI and their Chat GPT, but we also have our own that runs on GPT, which is Bing AI, which is now Bing powered by AI on GPT. So you'll see all of that, and we do a lot of work around that through our events and announcements. So yeah.
I think I lost track after a certain amount of applications, but really it was, the heart of the pandemic. It was 2020. I know so many offers was getting rescinded, and personally also because I was international, I didn't like have a place to go. I don't have any family in the US. So also those like added life challenges that I was also thinking about. And I think it really is it's like a marathon. Like you just have to keep going at it. Like don't I think that after a while you don't take the rejections personally. I think earlier on I was like, oh no, they said no. After that, I just like I made a folder in my email and just directly sent all the rejections over there without taking it personally. So I think you do have to develop a little bit of a thick skin when you're going through that process. Even now for people that are job searching, I'm sure you're seeing with all the layoffs and things, the news can get scary. Just really believe in yourself. Find people that champion you. So like find your little tribe, your little group chat that hypes you up, and other ways to keep yourself positive. But yeah, it's not a fun process. But I think that as long as you keep an open mind, reach out to people, especially like international alumni of Miami. I know I always respond to any emails that I get. I'm happy to help anybody. And so make sure you find people that can support you through the process. So, yeah.